Sometimes we get the questions that may seem very difficult at first, but in reality, they are some of the easiest questions that you can get. And in today's video, we'll be dealing with such questions. Hello everyone, welcome to Score Settled. Now, an MCQ kind of an examination, it is very important that you should know the basics, right? We've been stressing on this fact since day one. Basics are very much important in such kind of questions, right? So in today's video, we are going to deal with basics, plus we are going to solve some questions with a shortcut, right? That can save your time, that can give you correct answers, and also can save you from anxiety. So let's start. Now, in the first question, it says that the phrase demonstration effect was coined by, now this is very much easy, it was coined by Duesenberry. But the most important thing is that we should know what is demonstration effect. Demonstration effect mainly means that an individual's consumption and savings habits are determined by those around him. For example, from his or her social circle, right? So what your social circle consumes, that will be consumed by you. How your social circle behaves economically, that will be your behavior. That will determine your behavior in reality. So that is what demonstration effect mainly states, that the consumption patterns are mostly influenced by the social circle in which an individual is living, right? Moving on to the next question. Which of the following is not an instrument of monetary policy? Cash reserve ratio is an instrument, open market operation is an instrument, bank rate is an instrument, but it is the tax rate which is an instrument of fiscal policy and not monetary policy, right? So the government expenditures and your taxation comes under fiscal policy, whereas all other monetary variables, for example, determination of repo rates, your cash reserve ratio, SLR, and so on, they come under the purview of monetary policy, isn't it? Let's move on to the next question. The production function Q is given as Lk divided by L plus K and is homogeneous of degree. And how do we determine the homogeneity? So basically, we will multiply the factors of production with lambda, both the factors of production. So we can say that lambda L into lambda K divided by lambda L plus lambda K, right? Which will be lambda square into Lk divided by lambda taking common L plus K, which is equal to lambda square by lambda into Q, cutting it out. So when we multiply both the factors of production with lambda, we get lambda times the production function, lambda raised to power 1 basically. So this one states that this function is homogeneous of degree 1. So the correct answer is option 1. Next question. ANCOVA models include regressors that are, let's start off with the answer first. So the answer to this is both qualitative and quantitative variables. Now the question is, what is ANCOVA models? ANCOVA models basically is your analysis of covariance, right? And it blends, basically this model blends ANOVA with regression, okay? When these two models are applied together, so we are using ANCOVA technique, right? So we can just write it down that what do we mean by ANCOVA basically? So it means that how the dependent variables are equal across levels of one or more categorical independent variables. and whether these independent variables are continuous or not. Now, categorical variables are very important in case of ANCOVA, right? Now, what are these categorical variables? When you divide the data based on certain traits, on certain qualitative traits, right? These variables, when the data is divided on certain qualitative traits, for example, height, longevity, or any such qualitative trait, then we say and that the variable is a categorical variable. Okay. Next question. Now, this question says that A and B are two events such that PA0 is 0.4, PA intersection B is 0.2, and so we have to calculate PA intersection B0. Now, I'm not going to go in for a lengthy method. I'm just going to adopt my shortcut here because I just have to find the intersection between two sets of data, right? So let's start. If I am given PA dash is 0.4, then I can say that PA will be 0.6. How? By 1 minus PA dash. Okay, so PA is 0.6. Then I am given that PA intersection B is 0.2. So now in one of the previous videos, we've done this, that if you have to calculate PA intersection B, all you have to do is PA into PB, right? So PA is given as 0.6. We are not yet given PB, which is equal to A intersection B, that is 0.2. So PB can be calculated as 0.2 upon 0.6, which is 1 by 3. That is my PB. Now, so therefore, PB dash can be calculated as 2 by 3, isn't it? Same logic, 1 minus PB, right? So PB dash is 2 by 3. Now I have to calculate PA intersection B dash, which can be calculated as PA multiplied by PB dash. PA is given as 0.6, right? Multiplied by PB dash is given as 2 by 3. Just simplifying this, we can say 2. So 4 by 10, which is equal to 0.4. So 1 is the answer in this case. Now, the shortcut that we've applied here is valid only when we are given two sets of data, that is A and B. But if we are given three sets of data, A, B, C, and we have to find PA intersection B intersection C, then the formula changes completely, right? So this logic or this shortcut can be applied only with respect to two sets of data. That's it. Okay, so we've done some pretty important questions in this one, and I hope you make an important note out of it, because things like ANCOVA model and finding homogeneous of degree, finding the homogeneity of a function and so on, they're very simple and easy to answer questions. Okay, so here they're just testing your basics, right? So once you're done with your basics, once you're confident about them, then clearing this exam is a piece of cake. So this was all for today's video. We'll come back with another set of 5 questions that are very, very important from the examination point of view. Till then, take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.